Hello, and welcome to the ENG YNPL review show, or the Youth Premier Netball League.
Oh, you get it right one day.
Do you know what, right? Bit of a mad one today, right? I'm like, I forgot to bring up I got the old iPad up, which doesn't load up YouTube. And I'm going, why not working? And I was chatting to you behind the scenes. And then it was like, oh no, it's the old iPad. I need to get the other one up. So now I've just looked and I can't actually see our show on there, but never mind. It's there somewhere. People just have it. Oh, here it is. I found it. Why it's down there, I don't know. What's the date today? 27th. Anyway, go on. You carry on because there's a whole lot going on, isn't there? There's absolutely loads going on in the Youth Netball Premier League system.
Well, the first thing we should do is start with the weekend just gone. So we conducted the final games of the under-12s, under-13s, Youth Netball Premier League Northern Conference. And there's a bit to play for in both leagues. So 13s and 14s Northern Conference. So we'll go to the 13s Northern Conference and we'll give everyone the final tables and let everyone know.
Bring it up?
Yeah, bring it up. Yeah.
Bring it up. May I add as well, people out there, there is a limited time offer. It's called the license to spy. I thought it was quite good. Rich, what do you reckon?
No, do you know what? You put some absolute rubbish ones out, but that was...
Hey, I want that in the comments. Everybody in the comments, I want you to tell me whether or not my stuff I put out and all those emails that you get and all the messages on Twitter and Instagram, I would say Facebook, but they kicked us off. But let me know. What do you think of my wonderful wording? You know, my newspaper headline sort of scenario. But license to spy is there. $9.99. It's available. It's just a month. It's not even subscription based. It's just you can buy it and then it will finish in a month and then you can't watch anymore. It watches all the stuff that's happened previously. So it's not the live streams, Richard. What is it not?
The live stream
coming up. The live stream's coming up. Let's just get that out there because people say this. Oh, it's not the live stream. No, live stream's a special product as always. So there you go. So all right, I've done my bit.
Breathe, mate. Breathe.
I can't. Right, what do you want? Under 13s, under 14s, under 14s?
Yeah, so under 13s Northern Conference. Let's just go through the scores from Saturday. So first, what was happening on Saturday in the under 13s was Kingsway Power were basically playing to kind of finalize their league victory. They couldn't have lost regardless if they lost, because their goal difference was so ridiculously more than the runners-up teams. So for them, it was kind of getting the job done and kind of keeping that winning mentality going into the grand finals. But then you had the battle between Oldham and Chester. Whoever comes second had what we call an easier route through to the final. But as we saw last season in the grand finals, teams who come third won the competition. So what it means, I do not know. But on paper, it looks like Chester have an easier route to the final.
Oh.
Then teams like Grangetown, again, a bit like Kingsway Power, they could have still got relegated, but their goal difference suggested otherwise. So they were kind of playing to make sure and solidify their place in the league next season. Then you had a kind of a battle for fifth place. So Macclesfield, Saddleworth and Wyre were all pushing for fifth place. And here are the scores. So it was Chester B, 26, Grangetown 30. So Grangetown got the job done there and they concreted their place in the league next season. Wow. Saddleworth, Macclesfield, this was a game between national second and national third from last season. And Macclesfield won 28-23. Then Wyre took on a very much improved Chester team. Wyre beat Chester last season. But Chester, they've ever since that Oldham win, they've been unstoppable and they won 30-18 in that game. Elsmere Port, they still had a chance to survive in the league, but they were playing against a very tough Oaksway side and they lost 49-11. And the big game of the day, with a massive packed sports hall for this one, it was Oldham versus Kingsway Power. Unfortunately, when you play against Kingsway Power, you have to start fast. You have to be disciplined. You have to put everything into that first 8, 9, 10 minutes or whatever it is to give yourself the best chance possible. But Kingsway Power got that decisive lead, and it's always a downhill. It always goes a bit downhill if you allow them to kind of not downhill. It's an uphill struggle to get back into the game. Oldham did though win very convincingly in the fourth quarter, but I'm sure Kingsway Power would argue that the game had been won and they kind of took their foot off the gas. So the final table, Kingsway Power were the champions. Chester got that very important second place. We'll talk about the grand finals in a bit, but Chester got the second place, Oldham third, Oaksway fourth. Then Macclesfield jumped up 2 spaces to fifth. Wyre, then Saddleworth, Grangetown, and Elsmere, Port, and Chester were relegated. Now the relegated teams, they can re-register for next season, but they will have to play a team who wants to come in to kind of validate that they are the better team that should be coming in the league. So if you do see them, it's because they've proven that they are the best team to be in this league. So, but for now, they've left the league. So well done to all the teams in the under-13s Northern Conference, and especially Kingsway Power for getting the win. And if we move quickly to the under-14s, there we go. Didn't have many games in this one. I had the famous pullouts during the week. It's always the same. It's always the same teams in the same kind of positions in the table. Like, for instance, I've never once had any team from the top 4 pull out in any league this season.
Very strange. Very strange.
So DNA, they were meant to play, but they couldn't. South Ribble then played Oaksway. I'm not sure what the score was, but this is the frustrating thing, is that when a team pulls out, the other team gets a 30-0 win. Now, that 30-0 win actually meant South Ribble jumped above Chevrons. So Chevrons got relegated just because DNA decided they can't.
Right.
So that actually meant that Chevrons got relegated off the back of their inability to turn up. So got to rethink.
And that is massive, because it's goal difference is just 1, isn't it?
1, yeah.
Oh,
because I very much doubt if South Ribble would have beaten DNA that there would have been a 30-goal difference. If they'd have won, it wouldn't have been a 30-goal difference. I know it for a fact.
That's
next season. I'm going to have to look at basically deducting points of teams who don't turn up. For me, I hate doing it, but that's going to be
trying to get to me. Give me 1 second, because she's going to ruin the whole setup.
Give us some whiskers or something.
Mate, this cat's crazy. She's old. She's crazy. I have no idea why she's done that. Apologies, people, for that, but live broadcasting has its wonders. She's trying to climb in through the back. And you know what my studio's like? It's not a wire-free heaven.
Nice. More wires there than a wire factory.
What? One day, I think, obviously you've been around here, but yeah, the amount of wires here it's like, think of the TV, not TV shows, but when they show the adverts of them just putting you through. More wires than that, I can tell you that. Richard looked around when he first came around here and went,
I personally think you've got your electric connected to next door neighbours without them knowing it.
Shh, don't say that.
You're one of those ones, aren't you?
Mate, there was a time when I think I didn't do any studio work. I was busy doing other things, and I think the electricity board phoned me up and said, "We're just checking out our service is actually working at your property. We need to take down one of the nuclear silos. So if you're not going to use it for the next week." So,
yeah.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. 1 point, or one goal, 2 goals really, in one respect. But because of that not showing, I think you're right about the points, deducting points. But then again, if they're high up there, it wouldn't probably matter, but that's something we'll take offline. But that goes to show you, if you don't turn up, you can actually impact somebody else's life. So Chevrons, let us know in the comments what you think about that if you are watching, or if you're watching it on the replay, let us know. Anyway, we will definitely get back to that. But I'd like to see people And let us know, people, what you think. Put in the comments, because interact with us. It's all good. That's why we spend our time here, isn't it, Richard? Trying to engage.
We always want to improve the league and make it as competitive as possible. But next season we cannot. I just cannot stomach. It's a very consistent pattern of behaviour from every certain teams in every league, and it's just I could get a book and I could write the excuses down, and I could go this one, and it's an elite league where they only have 5 commitments in the whole year.
10 games, 5 commitments, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, but it seems to me that the teams that come into it, they decide, okay, we're not doing as great as we feel we should be doing. Let's just bomb it off now, type of attitude. And it's the wrong attitude, because you know what you're getting yourself involved in. It's an elite league with the best teams in the country. Every game is going to be tough. It's a great opportunity to push your team, to take them to the next level. And even though we scaled it down to 5 days in the whole year, we still get the problem of people. It's like some people message me and say, "Oh, we've got a local league commitment." And I'm thinking, it's kind of a local. You're trying to bring a local league attitude into a national elite league.
And let's be fair, you do try and move the dates around.
Oh, mate, I move them round.
By the way, that drive up to Manchester, as much as I make him fall asleep, he makes me fall asleep, because he always says, "I've moved everything around, I've done it, and I've tried to help." Because you're just there, you're trying to get the sport going, you're trying to get,
but it's relentless. And again, like I said, it's a local league attitude being brought into a national league.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not here trying to put anyone down, but the reality is very simple. If you're an elite level club and you've got an elite mindset, the priority should be the elite league, because that's where you're going to get most of your education from.
Yes. But
if you're bringing a local league attitude into a national league with the best teams in the country, then you will find yourself making excuses not to come, because you won't be able to stomach the environment. So it's frustrating, and we will sort that out for next season. The thing is, I tolerate people and I tolerate things because
do you?
I do, because I want to keep. I want to help. I want to make sure everyone can get to their local league. I want county leagues and regional leagues. I do my best to facilitate that, unlike other leagues in governing bodies and stuff like that. But what do I do? Do I just turn into someone who just says no? But I don't want to be that person, because that's not. I don't like working like that. So we'll always continue to help, but we've got to think of a way to stop the cancellations, because it's driving me nuts. But anyway, Wyre, Kingston, 30-0 win there for Wyre. Saddleworth, Chester. Saddleworth could have had the chance of getting into the grand finals, but Chester were just a bit too good. They started well, Saddleworth, but Chester, once they got in their groove, they got a very convincing win. And the final game of the day was Kingsway Power versus Elsmere Port. Elsmere Port, as we talked about the previous week, they could have been the party poopers, but they started well, actually. They
started well, didn't they? Yeah.
They could have gone. They missed opportunities in the first quarter. There was points in the game. They could have gone 3-4 points up, and that's where you need to be against Kingsway Power. If you can go 2, 3, 4 points up, go into the first quarter winning, then potentially do that again the second quarter. We saw teams like Saddleworth do it in the under-12s, and they just come up short. But that's where you need to put them in a state of kind of stress, which they're not used to. But too many errors meant that Kingsway Power got kind of in their groove. And once they get in their groove, there's no stopping them. And they got the convincing win in the end. And it meant that all 3 teams in the under-12s, 13s and 14s have all won the league. So Kingsway Power cleaned the table.
Got the triple. Well done.
They put the 3 threes down and went bang. There you go.
Yeah.
clean up time. But
I was saying as they walked past, well, don't forget the triple. I'm like, what? I also like to add, just before they played their game, they were coming in, they were stood by me watching, obviously, the game before, which was the game that was in play. So they stood there, and I was going, and I looked at them, I said, "Oh, your game's been cancelled." They were like, "What?"
they're a hard team to make laugh, Kingsway Power.
They were like, "No, it hasn't." I was like, "It has. Yeah, the other team. Yeah, you forfeited." We want to go out there. No, we want to play. Sorry.
Well, the final table was Kingsway Power. They won the league at the expense of Grangetown, who were hoping Elsmere Port would do them a favour, but unfortunately not. But Grangetown second, Elsmere Port third, Chester fourth, Saddleworth fifth, which is a great position for Saddleworth, Wyre, DNA, South Ribble, Chevrons, and Kingston. So that is the final table of the under 14s. But Martin, we've got some special guests.
Have we? Are they special?
Is there anyone in the room? Is there anyone there?
Oh, I don't know. I think there's a couple of people. Let's bring them in, shall we? Right, let's have a look. There we go. There's one. There's two.
Cool.
We're now live. And is it Rufi?
Go on, so we got Sophia.
Muted. Sophia?
Hello, Sophia. How are you?
Yeah, hi.
We've got
Good, thank you.
two people. There we go. She's unmuted herself. That's fine.
How do we say your name? Because I don't want to get it wrong. Reef.
Yeah, like the coral.
Brilliant. Right. Nice to see you, Reef. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
We've potentially got two Oldham girls coming in, and we've got an AP Saints player coming in. But potentially, like my under 12s, people got a bit nervous before this quiz. It's a bit stressful. Do you two feel nervous at all?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you feel nervous?
Not really.
Just a bit of fun, girls. Just a bit of fun. But what's it?
We've got another. There we go.
Mabel. Hello,
They're coming in
Mabel.
thick and fast and then ready money round.
Well, I think Mabel was thinking, do I, don't I, shall I?
Maybe not. You want to unmute yourself there, Mabel, by the way. There you go. Well done.
How's things, Mabel?
Good, thank you.
Cool. Well, before potentially the Oldham girls come in, I'll just message Leah now. Let's speak to you, Reef. You're Chester. You've done superbly in the league this season. I think out of all the teams in the league, you've shown some teams that I haven't seen before, but based on last season, you've shown the most progress this season. You must be really confident going into Saturday that you're going to have quite a good day.
Yeah, I think we're really excited to go because we didn't expect to beat Oldham and then we did. So I think we've got a good chance of doing well.
And I don't think you didn't play. They didn't play AP Saints last season, but I don't know if you know too much about AP Saints, but you must be. What you're thinking is that a winnable game, or is it the unknown that's scaring you a little bit?
I think we're confident. I think we've got a good. We just go out there and perform our best.
Yeah, this season you have been. Can I just ask one thing? Are you a bit frustrated you didn't give Kingsway Power a better game based on the fact that you did so well against Oldham and Oaksway and Wyre and Saddleworth? Are you frustrated you couldn't take that performance to Kingsway Power?
I think been training to play against them and play better than we have been playing. But I think when we play against them, it's just our nerves that get to us.
Yeah, they're quite intense, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know what Lauren does down at the training ground, but we're going to find out from Sophia, actually. What is it? What makes you so intense, Sophia?
Well, I think everyone on the team really wants to win. We've all got a competitive strike to us. And in training, we all try really hard. I think with training, we try to learn our best with everything. Yeah. And every match, we just take on every centre pass.
Sophia, in what you just said there, you're saying that everybody else doesn't want to win?
No, I think
No, that's not what I meant, man. That's not what I meant.
I think that we don't really know what all the other teams think, how they feel that day. Whenever we come to play them, I think we just try and play our best every single match and take on every team as they come.
Do you do a lot on psychology at all, or do you talk about the mindset a lot when you train?
No, not really. We just train. When we're training, we just try and work on what didn't really work that well the previous week in the matches.
And is it kind of because again, when you watch especially again on Saturday, it was incredible performance. It was brilliant to watch. And it's just what you feel like. People, you can talk about technical ability all day long, but what you can't teach people is the drive and the will to win.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to see every single player on the same wavelength when it comes to their will to win. It must be a nightmare for teams who are feeling nervous, who are a bit apprehensive, to play against you. And it's just, I'd love to know where that comes from, because sometimes you get weak links within a team in terms of their mentality. You always get that player who's always a bit more down than the rest of them, type of thing.
Yeah.
But you guys are all on the same level, and I don't know whether you know it, but I'd love to find out one day what makes you so intense.
Oh, I don't really know. I think everyone that comes to Kingsway just has something about them that wants to do well and wants to impress all the coaches, and they just want to get on all the pathways and everything. So I think as a team in general, we all want to succeed quite well.
Cool. Well,
are you paid more money if you win?
No.
Yeah, it must be on some sort of monetary thing.
Richard and the rest. When I see Kingsway Power, do you know what I think of?
Go on.
Sparta.
Yeah.
It is literally, the Spartans are coming. It's like, and I reckon out the back there, I reckon this is what you all do. I don't see it because I'm too busy live streaming. I hear noises, and I reckon downstairs, obviously we're in the north, so it's 3 stories down and out the door. I reckon outside in the car park, I reckon what I'm actually hearing out the back is like Sparta or Kingsway Power. Hoo-ha! It must be something like that. And the other teams walking in going, oh my God, here they are here. Because you are relentless.
Well,
try not to laugh too much.
I get a bit nervous when they come through the door and they do the famous walk into the sports hall. And it's just like, whoa.
I watched that, yeah. That's why I loved it. Hang on, were you next to me? Were you one of the ones next to me before the game? The game.
He's under 13s.
Oh, right, okay. Right, that's it.
But let's go to Mabel.
Mabel, can I quickly jump in before you jump in here, Richard?
Oh.
Mabel, is your dad getting in your way? I keep seeing you giving them that look of, Dad. I mean, he was grabbing something from that cupboard behind you. What was he grabbing?
I think the charger for my phone.
To say, Dad, I'm doing a live interview here. Do you mind? I'm very important. Please, trying to be famous here. That's what you want to say.
Well, Mabel, here's one for you. Were you quite happy you got Chester in the quarterfinals of this upcoming competition, or would you have preferred Oldham?
Oh.
I think we're ready to take on any of the teams and try as hard as we. Yeah.
What's kind of your preparation been like for Chester? You haven't played them before. How do you prepare for a team you've never played before?
Well, just practicing everything, like our defense, strengthening our defense to get ready for those intercepts.
Yeah, because that is a main part of your game, isn't it? Your defensive aspect.
Yeah.
And Mabel, that's Chester's one of their main. Because I noticed something the other day, Reef. I've never seen it before. Is that your Chester players were holding on to each other when they're putting their arms up.
You pointed at that, yeah.
So maybe your team have to cut their arms as they're doing it.
Careful how you say that, Richard. That could get you into trouble.
Well, don't really care. But
Do not bring
Mabel,
knives to the competition, people. That's what I'm going to say.
are you looking forward to Saturday, Mabel?
Yeah, ready to try as hard as we can as a team, I think, and improve from last year's performance.
Yeah, because you got beaten in the opening game. I think Chester are going to be a standout game. Yours and Chester's. Yeah, it is going to be a great game, and yeah, good luck to all of you. But before we do that, I'm going to get. Is anyone in the room waiting, Martin?
Oh, do you ask a question? No.
Okay.
Too busy enjoying the conversation. Sorry.
It looks like the girls who were meant to join us are not joining us now. So what we're going to do, it is a nerve-wracking thing, but it's a bit of fun. But I say knowledge is power. Now, you can have all the skill in the world, but you've got to have the mental capacity as well. So we're going to do a quiz. The winner will get an ENG Nike training top and T-shirt. Okay? Now, don't get too excited. I know it's an amazing prize.
What about trainers as well? To get trainers?
No.
They like trainers. Trainers. Kids love trainers.
Mabel nearly fell off her chair when she heard about that prize. But have you all got a pen and paper?
No.
Oh, Alice is joining.
Grab yourself a pen and paper.
Alice is here.
Oh, Alice, the late arrival.
That's it. Make sure you close that cupboard or wardrobe.
Let's have a quick chat with Alice. So, Alice, you're from Oldham.
Yeah.
And basically, how are you feeling in preparation for Saturday?
Yeah, quite excited about going.
And you've got the runners up from the south.
Mm-hmm.
Do Oldham worry too much about where teams come in other leagues?
No, not really. It's just like it's another match, and we just need to play as hard as we can.
And were you too bothered about coming second or third in our league?
No, not really. It was just we knew it would be a hard. It would still be a hard team, no matter which place we came, really.
But on the flip side of that, Alice, you would have avoided a potential clash with Kingsway Power in the semi-finals. How do you feel about that?
It would just be like playing them again, and we might have some of our stronger players back, but it will just be a good match again.
So what's the likelihood, Alice, those players are going to be returning?
Quite a lot. We definitely have one of them.
Brilliant. And is that the captain at all?
No, but we still don't know about her.
Okay, I told you got to put her in an oxygen chamber and get her fit and healthy. You haven't done that. It's going to be your fault if you don't get it done. I'm telling you the answers. Get her in an oxygen chamber. But if you were to play Kingsway Power in the semi-finals, I don't want you to say what you would exactly do, because this is a bit like boxing. You don't want to unveil everything you're going to try and do. But are you confident you could correct some of the flaws or the mistakes you made on Saturday?
Yeah, we could definitely make sure we don't make as many mistakes.
And have you identified what you kind of need to stop within Kingsway Power's game?
A little bit, yeah.
Cool. Right, that's all I need to know, Alice. So if you do play Kingsway Power on the semi-finals, because you've got to get past the very good Cross Keys team first, I'm sure that is popcorn time, and I'll be sitting back and loving every second of that one.
How many of you watched the live stream? Checked out what your opponents are doing, how they're playing? Oh, none. Interesting.
That's for the coaches, Martin.
Yeah, but did the coaches? That's a good question, actually. Did the coaches go over the game with you? Do they go use the live stream at all?
Tumbleweeds.
There is tumbleweeds. Is this you're not allowed to tell them our tactics when we rewatch the show? As I say, we watch the games. Interesting.
But Alice, have you got a pen and paper?
No, not yet.
Go grab one quickly. Have you got one, Reef?
Yeah.
Mabel?
Yeah.
Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay. You haven't got any technology near you apart from the screen looking at you?
No.
You haven't got anyone whispering the answers to you underneath a table or something?
No.
I reckon Mabel's got her dad with the charger. That's what he was getting, the phone charged up, ready to give her the information.
I know, but well, because the reason I say that, we did a shooting challenge once upon a time during lockdown,
Yes,
and
the
people
shooting
were
challenge.
hiding in bushes because you weren't. The person grabbing the ball could be the only person to grab the ball, but some teams put people in the bush so they could.
Did they really?
I think so. Yeah, hilarious. But let's get onto this. I've got 10 questions. And it's all related to the under-13s Youth Netball Premier League. There's some historic questions in there as well. So you've got questions from last season's under-13s league, and you've got questions from this season's under-13s league. I did send information about what to look at online. If you're just winging it, happy days. That's all I did when I did tests when I was at school. I winged it. But if you've done your homework, you potentially could walk away with an amazing prize. Alice, you weren't here. Don't fall off your chair. If you win this, you get an ENG Nike training top and t-shirt. Don't
Right.
fall off your chair.
Ooh, yeah.
Right, Els, are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
First question. I'll just double checking I got it right. Who won? So write it down, and at the end you can show me what you've done. Who won the ENG under-13s Northern Conference this season? Well, I've started them off relatively kind of easy.
Yeah.
If you get that one wrong, then it's bit. Is everyone happy?
Yeah.
I nearly wrote that down wrong as well. There you go.
Hey, Martin, why don't you do it and see if
I am.
your knowledge...
I am. I actually, I'm gonna. I not that I was looking, but I'm going to minimize it, so I'm not actually looking at the screen either.
Okay, so Martin's involved as well. He can win the ENG jumper. So
I'm not giving it to you girls if I win it. You know that. I don't care. It's mine.
Who won the Southern Conference this season? So the ENG Southern Conference this season, who won it? Under-13s.
I was thinking. I think I just remember the under-12s.
Mabel looks confident.
I think I got that wrong.
Mabel looks like me when I get a good hand in cards. You smile like this.
Yeah, that's how we know. We just fold.
Fold. Bye-bye. Okay, next question.
I think that was under-12.
Who won the ENG under-13s Northern Conference? So again, it's all under-13s last season. So who won the ENG under-13s Northern Conference last season?
I bet they get this better than me, mate. I'm useless. I'm winging this. And I'm not going to do good. Honestly, that's a good question.
So we got historical, and we've got the here and now. So you probably know what's coming. Is everyone happy?
And we can't find a friend, really?
No. Who won the ENG under-13 Southern Conference last season?
Huh? What was the same? Sorry, what was the question 3?
So no, question 4.
All right.
Who won the Southern Conference last season?
All right. Yeah, Southern. Sorry. Oh,
I'll tell you what. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm putting all my money on Mabel.
yeah. Don't put it on me, people out there. I can tell you that right now. And don't put it in the comments. Don't put the answers in the. Oh, actually, no. Put it in the comments, people. Play along.
Yeah. Play along.
There we go.
Okay. Who scored the most goals in both the ENG North and South? No. Who scored the most goals in the under-13s Northern and Southern Conference this season? So who was, out of both leagues this season, who were the biggest goal scorers? This next one is going to be a tough one, girls. If any of you get this right, hats off to you. Are you all done?
Yeah.
Right. Out of the teams that have qualified for the grand finals, the under-13s grand finals on Saturday, which team has scored the fewest goals this season?
I should know that.
So So the teams that have qualified, who scored the least amount of goals?
Who's qualified?
Well, that's another question coming up.
That look said it all. That's what the teachers used to do. Mr. Keneally. Right, okay. Is it? Sorry, was it out? Say the question again.
Oh, mate, you're killing me. I could never be a teacher. I could never be a teacher. Out of the teams that have qualified for the grand finals in the under-13 section,
yep,
who has scored the fewest amount of goals?
So it's north and south
combined, yeah.
All right. That's why I asked you to repeat the question. So I know how you're good with your questions. All right.
Right. Number 7.
I haven't done number 6 yet.
I don't care about you, mate. Name all the teams in this season's under-13s grand finals.
Oh, look, mate, this is unfair. Look, they just know it. I'm just no good.
As far as we know, someone could be behind them just dishing out.
Right out.
But if you're going to go to those lengths, then, God, that's a bad thing, isn't it? If we get a draw in regards to the answers, I've got a wicked bonus question. So,
mate, I've got information overload. I've nearly put in under 14s as well, and under 12 teams.
So just the under 13s team in the grand finals. We've got 8 teams. Who can name all 8 teams?
Do they get a point per team, or do we get a point? Oh
no, actually, yeah, a point per team. Yeah.
Yes, excellent. So I'm going to get 1 point. Excellent.
When you're done, just let me know, girls.
Calling me a girl.
Yeah, you act like you make you go on like a little girl when you don't get your data.
That's because I need to push it out there.
Okay, everyone happy?
Yeah,
I think Alice needs a little bit more time. Alice, you want a little bit more time?
Yeah.
It's a hard one, isn't it, Alice? It really is. What have you got so far? That was worth a try.
Reef, are you done?
Yeah.
Sophia looks confident.
I've only got 6.
Wow. This is your opportunity, girls, to beat Kingsway Power. Come on.
There's one.
I forgot to mention the winning person. They can actually not take the amazing kit I'm offering and take a guaranteed win into the grand finals. So if you play someone like Kingsway Power, you can actually say I won a prize and I'm going to use it now and we win this game.
Wild card. That'll teach people for not turning up and playing. There you go.
Okay, so number 8, question 8. Who won? The pen drop. Who won last season's
got the
under
answer
13s grand finals?
The silence is deafening. Right,
Martin. If this is this serious for a quiz, what is Saturday going to be like?
Ooh, mate, I tell you what, it's the place you want to be on Saturday. I'll tell you what, live stream's just a backup. You want to be there for just the atmosphere alone.
You ain't going to meet mate. I'm like a little child at a sweet shop. I cannot wait to see it.
I love the energy. This goes with the under 14s as well. It goes for all of it, to be fair, all your comps.
Right, here's a tough one for you girls. Here's a tough one. Number 9. Who was relegated from the ENG South League under Hold on, let me read. Who was relegated from the under 13s Southern Conference this season? 2 teams. Who was relegated?
Oh,
the thing is, we got 3. We see May. No, because maybe we might have a little advantage here because she's the only Southern player in the room.
Yeah, I can only remember Northern at the moment in my head. That's the problem I've got.
So 2 teams got relegated. Who were they?
From the Southern, yeah?
Southern, yeah. number 10.
I've done number 9. I still can't think of it. Go on then.
Who was relegated from the Northern Conference this season, under 13s? So, Alice, Sophia, Reef, the league you're playing in, who was relegated?
Well, we just done that.
The same question to you, Mabel. I wonder who did their homework, went on there and...
He didn't give me any advance information on this, by the way, people. So I'd just like to say when my score comes out and it's rubbish, that's why.
Right, I've got to.
Alice is laughing at me.
There's your 10 questions.
What was number 9 again?
Mate, I'll tell you what.
Look, you can see his pulse.
Right, here so I've got, let me just put your names down.
Right.
Mabel. I'm going to tally chart this up. Sophia and Alice. Cool. Okay. This is the moment of truth. Knowledge is power. Who has the power going into Saturday? I'll tell you what, the person who wins this, everyone else is going to be petrified of him on Saturday. Alice is like, no, I'm not. Right. How are we going to do this? So put your pens away now. Pick your pen from on the floor. Like, get them away from you.
They can put it in the... Oh, can we all see the private chat? They can put it in the private chat. And then we say, right, push enter. Then they'll come through. And then we've got what they've got. There you go. Oh, look at it. I love it when he thinks, because he does that. Yeah.
Can they do that? Can they do that?
Yeah. Can you all do that?
Yeah. So what you're going to do is, so the first question, who won the under 13s Northern Conference? Put your answer in there.
This is going to be the fun bit. You can abbreviate as well if need be.
Martin, well done. I like that.
Thank you. Matt, I do have some great ideas once in a while. I'm not that bad. Oh, I suppose I've got to do it as well, haven't I? Private chat, right. I was going to say we all got to do it at the same time, to be fair. We've got to do a 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Because what might happen...
That was a nice, easy one, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, even I got that right.
Okay. Girls, honesty is the best policy. If you feel like you're going to cheat, please refrain from the cheating. But I can guarantee you won't. But the next one was, who won the under 13 Southern Conference? Now we're going to do a little countdown.
Don't press enter.
So, type it in, and when we do a countdown, then you'll press your button. Okay. So when you're ready,
get the music as well, like you do when you do, when you're doing the comps.
Thumbs up when you've typed it. Right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, well done, everybody else. I got it wrong.
Cool. So at the present moment, you've all got the questions right. Well
Except
done.
me. Up at under 12s.
Okay, some of you are a bit bemused over this one. So number 3, who won the under 13s Northern Conference last season? So type it and be ready to press the button. I'm not telling anyone what the answers are. So the first question, the answer was the first question was Kingsway Power. They got that all right. The second answer was Eagles. They all got that right as well. So every single one of the girls have got 2 points so far.
2 points.
So have you all typed it?
Reef is like, yeah, come on, get on with it.
Mabel, you good? Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, interesting. Oh, what was the answer? Come on, tell us.
Yeah, you weren't in it last season.
I know, I just guessed. I had no idea.
So the answer was Elsmere Port.
Oh,
you all got that wrong. So we're on.
2 points each. Forgot about
Elsmere 13s league was won by Elsmere Port, and the next one was who won the under 13s Southern Conference. So type it in and get your thumbs up when you're ready. You good, Reef? Right, 3, 2, 1. Ah, another miss.
Oh, really?
So last season, it was Poole Netball Club who won the under-13s Southern Conference when they beat Turnford.
I should have known that.
Well, everyone is still on 2 points.
Except me.
Number 5. Who scored the most goals in both under-13s league this season? Type it. Thumbs up when you're ready. Go, girls, go. Press the button. So, Reef, you are correct. Alice, well done. Mabel, Eagles with it was. Oh no, yeah, you nearly got there. I was about to say, yeah, but Mabel, no, it was Kingsway Power. So Sophia, Reef, Sophia, and Alice, you got that right. Mabel, unfortunately, wrong. So Sophia, Alice, and Reef, you're on 3 points. Mabel is on 2. So well done, girls. Second part of the quiz now. Out of the teams who have qualified for the grand finals, I'll be very shocked if any of you got this right. Who has scored the fewest goals? Type it.
This is number 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you said what player got the most goals in number 5. Never mind.
Have you all typed it yet? It's getting a bit tense now, isn't it, Martin?
It is, mate.
Okay, so press the button. Okay, so it looks like everyone's wrong apart from Mabel. You're back in it, Mabel.
Oh, she's getting it back.
Yeah, the answer was Cross Keys.
Well done. Great memory.
Cross Keys have scored the fewest goals this season. No, yeah, out of the teams that have qualified, not the whole season. I don't know why they would be in the grand final.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, next one. Okay, this is a point per team. So start typing. I need 8 teams.
I've only got 6.
Just type 6 in.
Okay.
Because you get a point per team.
Okay.
But there is 8 teams.
I got this totally. Yeah. Don't remember
Just
anything else.
Team 7 is Royal Rovers, and Team 8 is I don't know, Deluded United.
I've got a mind blank. Very good though. Very good question.
Well, everyone is on 3 points at the moment.
Ooh.
It's a bit like final quarter, 2 minutes to go, 20 seconds. Who's going to take the win? Reef, you've typed Reef. She's looking very confident. Very confident. Alice, you good?
Yeah.
Sophia, you good?
Yeah.
Mabel, just let us know when you're good. Right. Bang. Press it.
Oh, there we go. I'll go with that.
Right. Let me take a bit of time here because my very slow brain. So Alice, let's have a look at you. So Alice, 1, 2. Well, Alice, you got full points. Well done. 8 points.
Well done.
Yeah. That was too good. That's just wait. Sophia, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got your 6 points, so Sophia.
Yeah.
Well
You missed out Ryland and you missed out Cross Keys. That's the only 2.
Okay.
Reef, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 6 you got, Reef. You missed out Oaksway and Ryland, Reef. Unlucky, Reef. And Mabel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Mabel, you got 6. You missed out. It was Chester you missed out. And Ryland. No one.
Oh, Ryland.
No, apart from Alice, So, Alice, you're in the lead as we speak.
Wow. How much has Alice got?
So, at the moment, Alice has got 8, 9, 10, 11, and everyone else has got 9.
Oh.
Oh, Alice,
Oh.
beat Kingsway Power. All right. So 2 questions to go. No, 3. Who was last season's under-13s grand final champions?
I didn't get this.
How could you not remember
Oh,
this
wait,
one,
I just
Martin?
put
Mate, the brain's fried. Seriously.
I
Go on, Sophia.
accidentally put it in. Sorry.
That's
Oh,
fine.
don't
That's
worry.
fine.
Fine.
Go on. If you've done it, smash your button. Okay, so Sophia, you're right. I'm not Abbey Flyers, unfortunately, Mabel. Eagles Reef. No. Let's have a look at Alice. Where's Alice? I can't see her.
Paul, she put.
Oh my God, Alice, you've allowed people to come back at you. It was Turnford.
Oh!
Kingsway Power are coming back. It's 1 minute.
No! It's happening. Sparta is here.
Okay, so going into the last 2 questions, Alice has 11 and Sophia has 10. Mabel and Reef, you have 9. So Reef and Mabel, you're going to need a little bit of a miracle in this next one, but it is a good question and it is worth 2 points. Who was relegated from the under-13 South League this season? It's a tough one. Don't press your buttons until...
Yeah, you're a bit dark there. Let's see the light.
The electricity ran out, Sophia.
It's like it's got a glow around her.
Yeah, have you fallen asleep?
No, I have no idea what to put.
Switch a light on, Sophia, so we can see you. There you go.
There you go.
See you now. Okay. Thumbs up if you're happy.
And you know it.
No.
Clap your hands.
I don't know. Type anything in. Make us laugh, Sophia. If you're not going to get it right, make us laugh.
Did you not see one of mine? I put a player as one of my answers. There you go. We ready?
Right. 10 seconds, Sophia. Go. Press your buttons, everyone. Oh, we got a late surge here. Oh, my word. So,
Sophia,
Reef,
love the answer. That's great.
Reef got both right. She's back in the game.
Oh, should have
Hold on, let's see what the others. Alice, it's all going to pot now, Alice. Wrong. Let's have a look.
Look how excited he is. Look at his face, girls. Look, he's like, oh, Alice has gone.
Mate,
Alice, come back.
No, I didn't mean you're out. Like, you still got a chance, Alice.
Alice, come back, Alice. Yeah, she's back. She's back. Maybe it was her internet. There we go. What happened there, Alice?
My phone went on low power mode.
That's what Richard does. He never charges it.
Well, this is getting interesting. So here we go.
So with one question to go.
The answer was Team Beds and Abbey Flyers. So Reef, you got both of them right.
Well done, Reef.
And Mabel, you got both of them right. I don't know United. They got relegated last season, Sophia. Okay. I don't know United is a good team, but they weren't that good, unfortunately. So that was last season. So the scores at the doors now is Alice has 11. So let's put that down.
Alice is on 11.
7, 8. Sophia is 7, 8, 9, 10. But you're on 10, Sophia. You're still in it. Mabel, 8, 9. Mabel's on 11. And Reef is on... Oh, my word. It's kicking off big time. So we've got Reef, you're on 11. Mabel's on 11. Sophia, you're on 10. and Alice, you're on 11.
Oh.
To try and not win this. Come on, Alice. You're in the front. Don't ruin it now. Last question was, who was relegated from the under-13s North League this season? Sophia looks confident here.
I've got no clue.
Maybe
Is
not.
it 2 teams?
Two teams, yeah. Reef thinks this could be it now. I think I've got this. She's happy. She's sussed out they've got pairs. She's got a running flush. Okay, are you happy, girls?
No.
Sophia, it doesn't look like you're going to win this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Right, okay. Press those buttons, girls.
Oh.
Bramhall? Bramhall? Who's Bramhall? Sophia.
It's a Bramwell. I typed it wrong.
Oh, as per usual, we've got a bit of a situation here. Why is it always ENG that creates all these drama? It's just a quiz.
Because it's you, Richard. It's you.
Okay. Alice, Mabel, and Reef. Hold on, I need to check my questions myself.
Do you see the concentration on his face? It's quite interesting.
I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, so Reef, Alice, and Mabel, you got it right. You got 2 points.
Oh, really?
Kingsway Power, please don't get angry. I know you don't rarely lose, but Bramall are not even in the league.
I had no clue.
Bramall, if you want to join the league, and
There you go.
DNA, they're in the under-14s, not the 13s. So for Sophia, hang on. I want you to stay here just so you can see who can win.
Sophia, you've done better than me. I can tell you that. Look at the answers I did.
But we've got a bonus
better than me,
question.
remember.
Reef,
and I've watched every game from every league because I live stream it. And I do the review shows.
Martin, you let me get on my quiz.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm the quiz master. So
Ooh.
Reef, Mabel, and Alice, you all have 13 points.
Wow.
Martin has 0, so don't worry about it.
That's not fair. I've got more than 0.
Here comes your bonus question. Now, this question will be based on who's nearest. If you get it spot on, then happy days. But if you don't, whoever's nearest to that number will be the champion. Now, if all of you get it exactly right, I know you're all cheating. So this is not the best time to cheat.
You shouldn't have said that. You should let them do their answers first and go, right, I now know.
Right, so Alice, Mabel, and Reef, for the prize, how many goals did Ryland score in the Southern Conference this season?
I thought it was going to be how many goals were scored in the league this season. That would have been
like just Ryland. So I'm going to take an answer of each of you. You don't have to type it in. But when you're ready, give me your answer. The nearest person to the number, I'm actually going to double check. I'm going to double check it just in case I got it.
Type it in.
So once I've
Are you liking the quiz? Is the quiz cool?
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
Love a bit of a quiz.
It's not loading up for me, but I'm sure I'm right. Oh, it is coming out. It's coming out. It's going awfully slow at the most pivotal moment. This is just too much. This is so exciting for a Wednesday evening.
Is it something I can bring up?
Here we go. No, don't. No, I've got it. Okay, cool. I am right. Okay, so Alice, what you going for?
192.
Alice is 192. Reef, what you going for?
52.
52. I've got to take it. Mabel, how many goals did Ryland score this season?
200.
200.
Now he's got to do his math.
Nearest person to this number is the champion of the ENG Under 13s Youth Netball Premier League quiz. Okay. Are you ready for for me to announce the winner? It's not the umpire's fault, whoever loses, okay?
Can I do this drum beat for so long, man? Come on.
The winner is because the goal scored by Ryland was 230, meaning Mabel, you're the champion.
Hey! Round of applause. Come on.
Come on, Ali.
Well done, Mabel.
So this is the first time Kingsway Power have lost at anything. How are you feeling, Sophia?
Yeah, I'm not very happy.
Reef, you're playing against Mabel on Saturday. Are you a lot more scared of her now?
Yeah.
Mabel, you're playing Reef on Saturday. Do you feel this gives you the advantage in the game?
Yes.
And Alice, how are you feeling?
Yeah, fine.
But are you excited for Saturday? Are you all ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on. I can't thank you enough. I actually thought that was quite fun. Good luck with if you're training, train hard, be ready. And Saturday we get to find out where you position across the whole country. But whatever happens, I'm proud of you. I'm sure your parents are proud of you and your clubs are proud of you. So we'll see you again Saturday and good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank
See
you.
you then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
How cool was that, mate? That was cool.
Mabel is AP Saints are the quiz champions of 2022.
There you go. There you go.
But before we're going to try. Let's see if we can get this done in half an hour.
Get what done?
We're going to talk about the games briefly at the under 12s and under 13s.
Right. Okay.
So in the morning we have a record-breaking crowd with us. So the under 12s event, the enthusiasm for it is exceptional. So thank you to everyone who is coming. Again, I can't thank everyone enough because number one, obviously it helps finance these competitions, which cost an arm and a leg. But number two, forget the money side of things. It's the atmosphere we want. That is what we want. That's the energy is everything in these events. And the bigger the crowd, the bigger the better the performance is. And and having someone there supporting you is just amazing. My dad, when he watched me on the sidelines, that was everything for me. Him just encouraging me or even having a go at me, I loved every second of it. So having someone there to support you is a cool thing. So thank you to everyone who's coming. But a big crowd brings a lot of expectation.
Ooh.
And our first games of the day will be, let's have a look. I'm just going to go to the programs will be arriving. I'm excited about the programs arriving. It's a 44-page program. I've spent so much time doing them. And hopefully everyone enjoys reading it. There's a lot of information in there about every single competition. So, buy a program because it took me a lot of time. But the first couple of games, the first two games we have, which will get this event up and running, is Stars versus White. Now, Martin, I know you're a big fan of Stars.
Yeah.
If Luke is watching, jump on the chat, Luke. We want to get your thoughts on potentially that game with Wire.
Yes.
But it's a huge game because number one,
they're all huge.
Stars are they're the champions of the South. They're the new kids on the block. This team hasn't been beaten in 3 years at a local level or at an ENG level, which has all the best teams from the South. So they come in with a big reputation, a kind of unknown reputation. And the pressure's on because they're playing a Wire side whose under 12s last season were the only team to beat a championship winning team in their opening game. So when Wire's under 12 last season played AP Saints, they won. So can lightning strike twice on Saturday? Now, Wire, they could actually argue, yes, we come fourth, but we come fourth in, I would say as well, a more competitive league.
Right.
So the experience they've had in that league, if anyone's in the room, by the way, if you're from Wire, you're from Stars, you're from Oldham, Sutton Town, and Kingsway Power, or the other under 12s teams, if you're in there, come on in and we can get some feedback off you. But Wire would argue that we've had a harder challenge in our league, which I'm going to agree with. The teams in that league are this season in particular are harder. And they could say, look, we're more well prepared. We come into this a lot more prepared than potentially Stars. Now, Stars, don't get me wrong, they had some tough games against Turnford, a really good team. Sutton Town gave them a tough task, another really good team. AP, not too much AP Saints, but those two teams in particular gave them a big challenge. The other teams probably no. Maybe Hearts Dynamos gave them a good challenge as well. But with a Wire, I would say out of the 9 games they played, at least 6 of them was a challenge, a big challenge. So it's a massive game. I don't know how to call this one because I lean towards Stars and then I go back to lean. I lean towards Stars because they have that winning habit and they have that winning mentality. And another thing is, I know their coaches won't leave no stone unturned. They'll be watching that live stream. They'll be religiously working out what Wire do in regards to their pattern of play, their centre passes, what they do when the ball goes out. Everything will be covered.
Definitely. The conversation with Luke just proved that.
Yeah. They're becoming so prepared. And I'm not saying Wire won't, but I think Stars in particular, they've really immersed themselves in the live stream and they've used it as a weapon.
Yes.
More than any other club. And I think they're probably going to know down to the most smallest detail. They're going to kind of know what is going to kind of materialize. So when I think of it like that, I think Stars will win. But then I look at Wire and I look at the teams they've played and I look at how well they've done. And I think, wow, if you can compete against those types of teams and give a good account of yourself, then would Stars present a challenge which is more, I don't know, comfortable for you because you've had this type of experience. And again, I think Abby from Wire, she's been doing her homework as well on the live streams and stuff because this is a big game for both teams. Now, getting in the top 8 nationally is a big thing for me, and I think we can't move away from that. The kids and the clubs have to realise it doesn't matter where you come, you're the top 8 in the country.
Definitely.
So let's not get away from that. Remember, only one team can win. So, but this opening game, and this is why I like this competition. The transparency is off the scale. That first game is so intense. Because it determines what direction you go in. Do you go towards the semi-finals or do you go towards the 5th to 8th playoff? And these two teams in particular, I know for a fact, both these two teams will believe they can win this game. And that's what makes it a great game. You've got some fixtures in this competition where some teams know, look, we get it. It's a tough game. Anything... Just my team performing well is the minimum expectation, and I know some coaches know it because I speak to them. And you've got every right to be realistic. Being realistic is good, but I think these two teams in particular, Wire and Stars, I believe both of these teams feel they can win this game, and that's what makes it such a great game. Who would I pick? I know who you're going to pick.
Well, like I say, it's written in there. That's it.
But the thing is, whoever I pick, the teams are going to be happy I didn't pick them, because every prediction I make goes wrong.
That's a good point, that.
So I'm going to, based on, I think, the challenge I have faced in the North, I think that's probably set them up kind of in terms of the technical approach more than Stars. So I'm going to slightly say 51% of me is leading, and it's not even 51. It's 50. It's 50 point. Seriously, it's small.
0.00001. Yeah.
51% of me says I think Wire might nick it.
See, I think Stars will, because I know what it looks like, and I know he'll check the players' heights, against what positions, against when they play them, what reserves they have, everything. And I'm not saying why I don't, but from the interviews that we've had with Luke, and talk to the players as well, it's very in depth. So, but like you said, the teams where I've played, it's going to be a good one to watch.
It will. You know what, Martin? That game is kind of one of the standout games, because again, both teams go into it with the belief that they can both win it, and that's what gives it this special ingredient. I think these type of games deserve. So that's the second game. So based on ticket sales so far, I believe Stars and Wire will be court A, so they'll be main court, centre, the show court next to the seating units. But depending on sales will depend on where teams play, because we like to keep the bulk of the spectators in the seating units and take the less spectators over to the other side. But the next game,
interesting one. That's cool. Yeah.
No, well, if just say a game has 20 spectators watching and another game has 50, 60, it makes sense to leave them in the seating units. And there's no point having 60 people walk over for no reason.
I've got to admit, Court A also has me doing all three functions, as in 3 cameras, so you get a better viewing as well. So
get a better stream as well.
So there you go. The more people who watch, the better that they get.
That's it basically. Yeah, you get rewarded.
Rewarded. Good. So it should be. So he's either frozen.
2 seconds. Hold on, Martin. 2 seconds. Talk to the viewers.
Oh, hello everybody. How you doing? Right, let us know in the comments, people. Don't forget Instagram. We've got Instagram. We've got Twitter. I was thinking you said Facebook again. Let us know in the comments, whether or not you're going to be attending as well. There's another one. Let us know if you're going to be attending the event on Saturday, and who do you think is going to win? And let's throw this a bit out there. Let's say if your team that you normally support don't win, who do you think is going to win it? See that in the comments as well. Love to have those comments, because it's a bit of interaction. We love all that. It's definitely something that's well worth keeping us updated to. And also, if you're watching this on the replay, if you don't mind, answer the questions as well in the comments. Tell us what you think. Don't cheat. Don't look at the answers. Just play it as it was. Play it live or on the replay, but put your answers down, and that will be great. That will be. Oh, he's back.
I'm back.
There we go. Brought you back, mate. Everything okay?
Yeah, just daddy duties. That's all.
Daddy duties.
Okay, so next game will be Sutton Town Oldham. Now, Oldham did very well in the league. They come second in the north. Sutton Town come third in the south. It's a tough task for Sutton Town. It's a team that's a relatively new team. They've got, I think, players who are kind of in year 6. Some wicked defense. For me, Sutton Town's defense is amazing. In particular, they've got a superb captain, a great leader in the centre court as well. But they are playing against Oldham. Everyone knows Oldham's prestige within the youth netballing world. So it's a tough game. It's a tough game for Sutton Town. And for me, it's definitely one of those games where let's see if they can apply themselves. It's how quickly they apply themselves in the game. And let's see if their approach is good, Their mentality's good. It's a great test for them. It's like, you know, it's a great game to see where they're at as a club, and this is why we've created this this kind of competition early doors, is to give these girls the experience as early as possible. So instead of playing Oldham when they get to under 14s in the England Nationals, they're playing them at 12, at 13, but then 14 again. So they're in a better position. So a tough task for Sutton Town, because I know everyone knows how good Oldham are as a club. But a great test to see where they're at as a team, and a great challenge for the girls to push themselves as a group. So the odds are in Oldham's favour. Don't get me wrong, because everyone knows how big netball is in the northwest. The Midlands, it's a strange region for netball. You've got little pockets within the Midlands where you've got certain teams in certain pockets who are competitive, and their desire and what they want from the sport is there, but it's just not enough for them, to be honest. And that's where teams like Oldham and Kingsway Power and Wyre, Leeds and stuff, that's where they benefit, because they've got a bigger network of clubs to play against and stuff, and get that match play. So I'm going to go for an Oldham win there. But Sutton Town, you've been amazing all season. Just apply yourself, work hard, and just enjoy the opportunity. Next game on our list is Kingsway Power versus Eagles. Now, we all know what Kingsway Power bring to the table. It's fast, it's furious, it's disciplined. It's. Let me just. I think that might be my. See, Okay. So it's a big. So we know what Kingsway Power bring to the table. Eagles impressed me big time, because they started the season badly in regards to the scoreline, but they crept into the 4th place position. They stealthily jumped into it due to AP Saints slipping up towards the end. So for me, Eagles here today is a massive celebration for them, because there was a point in the season where it even looked like they'd even been there.
They said that as well, that the chances are they're not going to. But and then they've brought it round. Yeah.
They brought it round. So for me, Eagles, this is a massive victory already for them, because they found themselves in a position in the league where it didn't like they had a chance, but then they strung a load of victories together, got into 4th place, and they find themselves playing against one of the best teams in the country. So again, for me, yes, Kingsway Power are the favourites. Yes, we expect them to win, but Eagles, what a great opportunity to kind of get some insight into how good teams, some under 12 teams are in the country. So Eagles, you've won already. The victory is yours.
You can still win.
Of course you can.
Yeah, exactly. Never underestimate yourself, ever. People do that.
Remember, my predictions are give you the best possible chance of winning, because everything I predict, the opposite happens.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
So, next, so the last game of the kind of the initial games. Again, we have 2 games at a time. So these 2 games, so Kingsway Power Eagles, and this next game play at the same time. Just to give you a little bit of insight, it looks like at the moment it will be Leeds versus Turnford on the show court. So this is the game. So it's Leeds taking on Turnford. Again, it's a kind of a similar thing to Stars versus Wyre. You've got 2 prestigious clubs going up against each other. You've got both teams packed full of talent. You've got 2 teams who will be doing their homework, and they've got very elite coaches. So like Leeds have like Anna Carter, who's well renowned for being one of the best netball coaches in the country. Turnford, obviously, they have superb coaches in abundance. So you've got all the ingredients you need for a spectacular game. And similar to the Stars game and the Wire game, both teams will probably believe they can get the win. So they go into it with the belief, and it'd just be a great game of netball. End of story. It's going to be a good one.
There is something as well. I just want to add. They'll be playing 3 games, won't they? If they make it to the final.
All
So
teams play 3 games regardless.
Yeah. But what I mean is that's endurance as well.
Yeah.
3 hours of play, basically. Whew. Oh, endurance. There you go. We haven't talked about that. That's an interesting.
Sorry, mate. I have to shut that light down.
Huh?
Yes. No, it's just light.
Oh yeah, the light.
Okay. So prediction wise, I'm getting a bit nervous now because I don't want anyone saying you prefer that team and you. But I don't prefer any team. Trust me, I prefer the teams that don't give me no hassle
and turn up.
And they turn up. They're my favourite teams. So
I know what I'm going for.
I'm going to lean towards Leeds because again, the quality. Do you know why I lean towards Leeds? Because they only lost to Kingsway Power by 1 point.
I forgot about that. Yeah, well done. Good call, that one, actually.
But then they did. I know people are going to be shouting down the screen now. I know, but they did lose.
At the screen.
They did lose to Oldham. They lost to Oldham by quite a big margin. So what you get, whether it's 1 point, 10 points, 15 points, a loss is a loss, as they say. So, but because of that performance, if they can produce that type of performance again against Turnford, I think they might just nick it. But at the same time, you've got to perform. And for me, it's all about who starts the quickest, the fastest. And if Turnford get a great start, and I know Turnford have been working hard over the last couple of months for this game, because don't forget Turnford's league finished in February. They've had 8 weeks to kind of prepare for this.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, no stone won't be unturned. They'll be ready. It's a prestigious club who are very competitive. So they'll be bringing their A game. So again, when you've got so many people watching, and you're 4 or 5 points down, your ability level goes out the window because it all becomes about mentality.
Yeah.
So it's who can manage the stressful, pressurized side of it will potentially come out on top. But I'm going to give the Leeds the win in that one. But like the Wire Stars game, a very slight edge because it's going to be a fantastic game of netball. But before we move on to the under-13s, let's go through quickly. So how the system works for this, the top teams from the league, so say Kingsway Power and Stars, they play 4th from the south. Now so based on paper, they're expected to both win because they're playing 4th from the opposite league. That means to give you an example of how it could pan out, Kingsway Power will play the winner of Leeds versus Turnford, because then they will play potentially 2nd from the south. So they go from playing 4th from the south to potentially playing 2nd from the south, because it's angled where opposite leagues will potentially just play all the southern teams, but we know it doesn't work out like that. Because if you're the champion, you get the right to passage through. And Stars will potentially play the winner of Oldham versus Sutton Town. And then, so on paper, if you base it on the winners going all the way to the final, Kingsway Power will play Stars in the final. But that's just what the paper paper says, but we know it's different because last season it did not pan out like that. So yeah, it's gonna, so based on my predictions, you're looking at a potential semi-final between Wire and Oldham, Kingsway Power and Leeds.
Mm.
But in your prediction, you're
Yeah.
looking at a semi-final of Wire.
No, Stars.
No, sorry, Stars.
Stars and Oldham.
Stars and Oldham. What did you
Kingsway
say?
Power. Kingsway Power and
And
Turnford.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what you're looking at. So for you, it works out where the better team on paper will advance.
Yeah,
through,
and that will be very interesting. Looking at that,
But-
and I think we're going to have a Kingsway Power versus Stars final.
Do you reckon?
Yep.
I'm going to go for a Kingsway Power Oldham final.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I'm going to go for. And again, I reckon anyone from Leeds is like, no, it won't be. We're going to show you. It's going to be interesting. But again, these are just stupid predictions. We know nothing. Do you know what? We just sit back and we generally just enjoy the
atmosphere,
the match play, and
gameplay. Yeah. And do you know what? I'm going to gloat so much if I'm right.
Well, we'll come back. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it, and we can, when we do our review show for the under-14s next week.
Yeah,
we hopefully get a quiz going next week. But as they get older, these kids, their enthusiasm just dies.
I want a quiz. You want to do a quiz?
They're a bit too cool for school, aren't they? So hopefully we can get some on from the under-14s. But that's the under-12. So let's move into the under-13s. Let's have a look. See, this is, to me, is a very interesting lineup of games.
Mm.
So I'll give you an idea of courts as well. We haven't got as many people at the under-13s as we have the under-12s. Come on, under-13s, get behind your team.
The atmosphere, man. Come on, support your child.
So initially, we've got Eagles taking on Oaksway. Now, again, this is like your Stars versus Wire game, your Turnford versus Leeds. Eagles are a great team, don't get me wrong. They have one of the best attacking units in this competition. That's why they won it last year. They won their league this year. And they're going to be a hard team to beat. But Oaksway are as I would say, no mugs. It's a very talented team. They've done superbly well against some tough opposition in the league this season. And again, it's a game both teams I believe they can win. And the only thing I can think of which gives Eagles the edge is the height difference.
Oh, okay.
In terms of their attacking threat, Eagles have more height in their attack. And if it could come down to those small margins where just because one of their attackers was a little bit taller means that just gives them a higher percentage of goals going in type of thing. So a great game. Eagles are looking to defend their title from last season. I think Eagles will win, but at the same time, it's not a game you can take lightly. This is a proper game of netball for Eagles, and if they're not on it, put it this way, if they play like they did against AP Saints in the final game of the season, Oaksway will win this game.
Oh, right, okay.
So again, but fine margins. I think just because they got a little bit more height in their attack, I think that could be the difference between winning and losing, because it's all small margins, isn't it?
In this part of the gameplay, definitely. It's very small margins.
Okay, so next up is Chester AP Saints. Now, based on ticket sales so far, Eagles and Oaksway will be on the main court. So if you want to change that Chester and AP Saints, then come along and
some bums on seats.
Chester are now, again, another great game. I think AP Saints quietly are sitting there thinking, we didn't win the league this season because they won it last season, this particular team. We've come third, but we don't actually mind playing Chester because it doesn't sound as scary as a Kingsway Power or an Oldham.
Right.
But you've got to realise that Chester have made a massive step forward this season.
They're massive. I would be scared of Chester, without a doubt.
Yeah, so Chester they've improved massively. Defensively, they are absolutely amazing. Shooting wise, again, got players who play for the Manchester Thunder pathway, so they've got that competitive environment. AP Saints, though, they never give up. They've got a great defender in Ava. They've got
Millie as well. Millie, was it under 14s?
They got do you know my head is in the other room. I'm seeing they got Hallie.
Hallie, that's the one.
That's the AP Saints who I sponsor, an incredible player. And if those two in particular are on their game, then and they start well. Again, it's all about the start. I don't think AP Saints can't afford a bad start. See, that's the difference as well. Some teams can afford to start badly. And some teams can't. And AP Saints, unfortunately, don't have that luxury. I think Chester can afford a bad start. I don't think AP Saints can.
Oh, okay.
So I think AP Saints, if they get a good start, it's a very winnable game for them. If they start badly, then they're literally going to dig their own hole and jump in it. So I think Chester will win that game. But again, it all comes down to the approach, who starts better. If AP Saints start well, then Chester find themselves in a bit of trouble. But if Chester start well, I can't see AP Saints getting back into it.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I do feel Chester will win it, by the way. I just got that feeling. But because of the way they've done the comeback, they've taken some, special formula. It's incredible how they've come back.
Yeah.
Like they know the game inside out. And what they played against Kingsway Power as well. It's incredible. So as much as I would love to support AP Saints in this scenario, I would go with Chester.
Yeah, so that's that. Next up, we have Kingsway Power versus Ryland. So Kingsway Power, again, very tough game for Ryland. They're playing the champions in the north. We know how good they are. They've got a wing attack, Kingsway Power, who is just incredible. Watching her play against Oldham was just a delight. She's in our ones to watch. Her name is Grace. My head is going tonight. Grace Webster. Her name's Grace. And I think what Ryland have to do is just stop the kind of influence she has on the game, because she's an engine. She's a creative. She's the creative spark behind everything. It's just anyone watching that Saturday, you've got to watch Grace play netball. There's not much of Grace, but I'll tell you this now: she's got a heart the size of a lion. So if you can quell her influence in the game, then you're going to give yourself the best chance possible. If you allow her to run riot,
Done at your own cost.
She is so dangerous. So maybe I'll probably get a message from Lauren now saying, "How dare you expose our tactics and stuff?" This is what the review show's all about.
Exactly. That's why people watch.
I'm going to give Kingsway Power the win in that game. But Ryland, I've just given you some inside info. Ryland, again, this season they've performed superbly. AP Saints, they absolutely were incredible. That was their standout performance. They did play Eagles, and that was probably the only team this season to really give Eagles, apart from Cross Keys, to give Eagles a really good game. So, Ryland, you've got it in you. You've got the talent. It's just you're coming up against an absolute beast of a team here, powerhouse. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one, but enjoy. That's what you're here for. You're here to play against the best. And finally, before I go and get my cup of tea, Cross Keys taking on Oldham. Now, this is probably the standout game from the quarterfinals. Cross Keys are a bit like, again, going back to Stars. They're a bit of an unknown. They're not they're not like the Kingsway Power, the Eagles, where they're known to be national, like, teams that always compete at national levels. But this is a super talented team, a bit like the Grace wing attack for Kingsway Power. They've got a centre for Cross Keys, and I'm going to say this on this stream here. Ooh. I believe will be an England player one day.
Right, mark that one down for history. We will
drop.
Right, game over. See you later. Bye, everybody.
No, she done an interview in my program. Her name's Gracie Smith, and just looks like she's at home when she's playing netball. She's got the physical attribute. She's got the technical. She's got the mental attributes. She plays for under 15s Mavericks in their actual competition team, and she's only 13. She's that good. I think she's a future England player, and she's playing against an Oldham side who are packed full of talent. They also have some great centre. It's just going to be a great game of netball. Seriously, like
to be fair, mate.
Even if you're not connected to these teams, when you're watching these games on Saturday, you won't be able. You'll be just mesmerised by how good the quality is. You're going to be thinking you're watching the Super League. That's how good these teams are. So, Oldham, for me, they've had a couple of losses in the league. One against Chester, which they'll probably be still a bit livid about. But Chester just played amazing that day. So sometimes in life, you just got to accept that it wasn't your day. It's a tough call. I just think Oldham's experience, because I think most of their players play for Manchester Thunder pathway.
Okay.
I think, again, that the quality of, because I know Cross Keys have found it difficult to find good opposition because they're that good of a team in their local area and stuff. I think Oldham, because they have accessed such good quality teams in their area, it just preparation-wise, I think they're going to be more. It's going to be more of a winnable game for them, but they're playing a team they know nothing about, literally nothing. And
sorry, is there no live stream on all these games?
But you know what I mean? Like, there's watching it and there's playing against it, and it's two different things. So I think there'd be a shock. I think they'll be shocked a bit about how good Cross Keys are. I don't think they're going to expect how good Cross Keys are going to be. So
I think Cross Keys are going to win it.
I'm going to say Oldham. Cross Keys, that it's a great show. Cross Keys again. I'm going to say a 55% to 45% to Oldham. Right. But like I said, the talent, like Cross Keys, the defense is amazing. Their attack's amazing. Their centre court player is just amazing. It's a proper game of netball, and I think Oldham will probably thinking it's more winnable for them. But Cross Keys, the reason they got involved in this league is because they wanted to access these teams because of they don't get them as much match play as possible in their local area. So you've got what you wanted, Cross Keys, and you've got a great opportunity to really propel your team onto a national stage. So
I'll tell you what, if they win that, they'll play Kingsway Power. If they beat Ryland. Then they've got their access.
Yeah, their potential run to the final could be Oldham, Kingsway Power, Eagles.
It's an interesting question. If anybody beats Kingsway Power, would they be more scared? Would people be more scared of them?
I think they'll be having a small party, mate.
Well, you reckon the team who didn't have to play Kingsway Power?
I think if any team was to beat Kingsway Power, I think every other team would be having a party. I think the BBC would rock up with their
Sky News.
Sky News, yeah. What's going on here? I'll be getting 100 bookings for my league. I need to enter this league.
Oh, anything can happen. And again, I know how good Kingsway Power are, but they doesn't mean they can't falter. Chester proved that. So yeah, it's an interesting one.
So for this one, Martin, based on what I said, based on my predictions, I believe it'll be an Eagles Chester semi-final,
Right.
along with a Kingsway Power Oldham semi-final, and I think the final, and this might go again. I think the final will be. I'm going to say the final will be Kingsway Power versus Chester.
That's what I was going to say. That's
So
interesting.
That's
Hang on,
what
you said- yeah. So, yeah, right.
So I think the Eagle, when Chester play Eagles, again, every game is just packed with such quality. I just cannot wait. I feel like I'm a fan coming to this on Saturday. But yeah, that's what my prediction is. Let's find out what happens. I have every right to predict, just as everyone else has to. But the kids have to come and perform.
Yeah.
And it's not just about performance; it's about soaking up the atmosphere and managing your environment. That's what it's all about.
This is why you need to come and support as well, because it gives them. It's like a power up, without a doubt. You can see them. They look at the stands. You know, they look at the. You can see the parents cheering them on. It's bring it. Come on, support, and believe me, you'll be blown away.
And obviously, Mike, before I go and get my cup of tea, again, I want to thank all the clubs, all the parents. I want to thank you as well. Everyone who's just helped put this league together, because it's not about ENG. It's not about, the club. It's about a collective group coming together and focusing on one thing. And that's giving these kids the best possible experience playing the sport they love. And that is it. It's just a celebration of these girls putting everything on the line. And I always say in sport, you put everything on the line. You put your emotion, you put your sanity on the line.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those ones, if you lose on Saturday, I think back to when I played sport 10 years ago and think, why did I do that? But that's what it does to you. It drives you insane, because from 20, 30 years from now, you're thinking, why did I do that? Why did I not? And these girls are putting their sanity on the line to because they're brave enough to dare they can be number one.
Mm.
And that, for me, that's bravery. And that's the type of people I want to be around. People who are brave enough to dare to dream that they can be the best team in the country. And we all know 7 of those teams won't be the best team in the country, but they're brave enough to put themselves in that situation. And that's what I love about, that's the sort of people I love being around. And that's why I enjoy what I do. But yeah, it's a celebration. If you can't be there, tune in to FBL. His service he's offered and improved throughout the season has been unbelievable. So a big thank you to you, Martin.
Thank you, buddy.
So tune in. Every single game will be live. Camera quality is off another level now. So hopefully tune in, enjoy. You get 12 games of netball in the morning. Then if you want to book again, you get another 12 games in the afternoon. I'm sure by the time you've watched the under-12s, you're going to be...
I've got to watch more.
Yeah.
I'm addicted.
So, yeah, good luck to everyone.
Look forward to it.
The finale is here. The talking stops. Let's get it done. But yeah, it's going to be a great day for netball, basically. And I'm proud to be a part of this type of community. So thank you for accepting us, and hopefully we can continue to do great work and keep your children on a platform which they deserve to be on. So Martin, it's been a pleasure.
You too, sir.
And we will see you. I'll see you again on Friday when we make our way to our hotel.
Yay! Right, cool. Brilliant. Thanks. Don't forget, everybody, subscribe, like, follow, and put your comments down as well. We always like a bit of comments, don't we, Richard?
Yeah.
And again, thank you from FBL. Thank you from me. See you all on Saturday. Except you, Richard. I'll see you on Friday. Thank you all. Bye.